Take it off! You're not going to! Take it off and you won't get hurt!
Take it off or you get hurt. You know, like some mammals that want to assert dominance. That's what the left is. It's not about tolerance anymore. It's like, I want to dominate other human beings, and if we can't have slavery, then god damn it, I'm just going to dominate other citizens. It's absolutely fabulous to see how they're the kings of bad optics. They started protesting against ICE, but you quickly realize that it's not really about ICE. I mean, that's one of the things. But in reality, this is what they hate. They hate freedom. They absolutely despise freedom. And so they want to create anarchy. And what you also notice is that leftism, at least in this form, can only exist if the laws aren't applied. Any system of laws, like, seriously, no matter what system, no matter how tyrannical it is, like, whatever it is, if the laws are applied consistently to everybody, leftism can't exist. It's true. Even the Jack Dorsey era Twitter, do you guys remember it? It was kind of horrible, wasn't it? But most of the terms of service was made by leftists for leftists. And you know what? Even the Jack Dorsey era Twitter would function by making sure leftists don't get banned. Because right-wingers immediately adapted. Like, right-wingers, they immediately found out ways to survive under Jack Dorsey era's Twitter. Some of us got banned, others not. But, you know, eventually we learned. But you still see leftists going around doxing people, violating TOS, doing all the nasty shit. You still see it today on Twitch. Like, look at Twitch, you know, their terms of service is literally made to accommodate a left-leaning ideology. And yet Hassan Piker violates them consistently. And so this is what I got from watching the Minneapolis protests. Is that the only reason that the protests happen is because the law doesn't get applied, because the police stands back. The moment you would have the police go in, you would have law and order. And I saw that during the Summer of Love. Do you know what ended it? It ended it when the protesters went in front of the mayor's house. The next day that they went in front of the mayor's house, the streets were clean. The Capitol Hill Autonomous Zone was dismantled. Crime stopped. Like magic. It was like a fucking miracle. Anyway, you know why I think they're protesting ICE, by the way? It's because they don't like deportations. Like, it doesn't matter the crime that you committed. They just don't like deportation. And I honestly wonder, like, why don't they like deportations? And it's because it solves most of leftist issues. Like, think about it. You deport a family, you create a house. Like, the family that lived in a house, you now created a house. There, no policy on earth can do that. You magically created a house out of thin air by deporting a family that wasn't supposed to be there. You also create jobs. Like, if they were working somewhere, well, now that employee has to go back to his home, and the employer has to hire someone else, right? Like, they're not going to shut down the business, and so they may pay more. And so wages go up, right? You have homes. It's like fucking magic. And, you know, like, if everyone gets to have that, then, well, what's the point in having socialism if people are happy? The interesting thing is the quality in optics, right? I already said this in a previous stream, how the LGBT activism started in Romania. Because I was following news in the West, and so I wasn't caught by surprise when I saw a couple of LGBT activists back in 2014 in my town. And they were kids, I think, you know, radicalized from Tumblr. Some of them were at university, but I mean, they look kind of like teenagers, 18, 22. And there weren't that many in number. Maybe there were like 40 of them all together. And they had like this LGBT pride march. And it wasn't degenerate, like they just had like rainbow flags and went down the street. But back then people reacted extremely harshly. And they reacted by throwing stones at them, coming out with religious iconography, spitting on them. And so that got like average people that weren't LGBT to be outraged. It's like, hold on a little bit. Like, at the end of the day, you know, they have a right to be there. Like, even if you don't agree with them, they have a right to do the march. And so the next year that the march happened, you had like a lot of people that weren't LGBT joining up. And it's like, okay, you're going to throw stones at them, throw them at me. And that's like a leftist tactic. And it works because like those kids were legitimately victims. Like, they had the right to do the protest. They had the right to do the march. Other people also had the right to be verbally challenging to them, or, you know, to disagree with them, or to have counter protests, but they didn't have a right to throw stones. And so because they were victims and they were viewed as victims by society, they actually got support. The thing that's happening now with leftists is that they're trying the same shit, right? Like, they're going out, they're being antagonistic to ICE officers, and they're hoping that when an ICE officer hits back, they will cry that they're victims and people will come to their defense. But again, like, that only works if people view you as a victim. If you go around and you call people with a liberty clothing that they're Nazis, because obviously the Nazis were famous for wanting freedom. If you go around and you disrupt churches and you harass people, and I think like there's at least 3 cases where they stopped civilians because they thought they're ICE officers and started persecuting them, you're not a victim anymore, you're an aggressor. And we don't live in the era of Jack Dorsey Twitter anymore, where most people don't go on social media. Most people, they just watch CNN, which would never show these images. No, like, we actually live in a social media where this has now 1.2 million views. And all those people are going to make up their mind, talk to other people. And when they see that a leftist is getting harassed by a police officer or bad things are happening to them, they will be, well, you know, it is what it is. I didn't harass them. I didn't do anything. I don't fucking care. I mean, they don't want liberty anyway, right? Like, they want to tear down liberty. Look at this shit.
Take it off. Nazi butt.
Right? Like, they don't like freedom. And so you have a group of people that don't like freedom and now get the cops stepping on them. Well, I mean, that's the world they want, right? Like, let them enjoy it. Maybe they learn a lesson. That's how people will think. And this is why it's not working anymore. They have to update their tactics. They have to start farming good PR again, because otherwise, going to be in deep shit. To be honest, though, I generally don't care. I'm not a leftist. I mean, you know, we have this expression, you made your bed, now sleep in it. Why do they have to do this? Huh? Like, seriously, like, what exactly do they gain by harassing random civilians because they have American Stars and Stripes while they live in the United States? What do you want people to think about you, huh? Let me know what you guys think, and as usual, I will see you in the comment section. Take care.